Hello students, welcome to computer class. I hope first two chapters all of you have understood and all of you have completed the notes for first two chapters. Now this is Excel, third chapter, creating a worksheet. Now here first we will learn what is Excel, how to create worksheet, what is worksheet and so many things. Okay, now Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is a powerful spreadsheet program that allows you to organize and maintain data, complete calculations, and represent data in a graph. On the basis of this Excel sheet data, you can plot graphs and you can show the information in graphs, which is more uh, uh, powerfully you can present your data. Excel allows you to organize data in rows and columns. These rows and columns are collectively called as worksheet. Microsoft Excel has some basic features to help you to create, edit and format the worksheet. All that we are going to learn. Now see Microsoft Excel, whenever you will open Microsoft Excel, your screen looks like this. It is having columns and rows and the intersection of columns and rows are there. A spreadsheet file is called a workbook, which is like your notebook having many individual worksheets. In the notebook, if you will refer the notebook, if you will see the notebook, there are many different pages. You can make use of those pages for writing different things. Same way in the workbook, you can have many sheets, worksheets. On that you can write the data. On each worksheet of Excel, it has 16,382 columns and 10,48,576 rows in Excel 2016 version. The interaction of rows and columns is called a cell. See, whenever the rows and columns are getting intersected, it is forming a rectangle. That rectangle is called a cell. Cell is identified by column and row in which it is located. For example, the intersection of column B and row 5 is referred as the cell B5, which is called cell address of that particular cell. Here column B we want to refer and the row 5. So the address of that particular rectangle or that particular cell is B5. Cell may contain three types of data, that is label, that is text, values, numbers and formulas. Now here see row numbers are given as numbers and column numbers are given as alphabets. Whenever it is up from A it is starting up to Z and then it is starting AA, AB, AC, keeping the alphabet A common, like that it is giving the column numbers. Each box is called a cell. Each rectangle here which is getting intersected is called a cell. Now we will see some of the uses and features of Excel. What are the uses? It is used for manipulating numbers. Generally, Excel files are used to deal with numeric data because in columns and rows we can give the numeric data and we can do calculations. If you want to if you want to tally something, if you want to take the total fast, it is very easy in Excel to type the numbers and get the total very fast. Mathematical calculations we can do very quickly. Organizing data. In Excel, suppose you are putting your information in a columnar form, it is more organized. So it is giving the facility to organize the data properly in the Excel sheet because there are columns and rows. So at a glance you will come to know what is the type of what type of data is this or what the use of this data and how to make use of this data to put different things. Store data as a workbook means here all the related sheets you can keep in one workbook. It is more advantageous, like how for each subject you are preparing one notebook and whatever is related to that subject you are writing all the notes or question answers or whatever is teacher is giving, that subject teacher you are writing in that particular notebook. Similarly, it gives the workbook in which you can have different worksheets, like different pages in the notebook, and it gives the facility to share the data with other devices, with other persons very easily. Now we will see features of Excel. Features means what? Why Excel is used so widely. That is, uses we have seen, and features means how it is different from the other other applications. Those are features. Edit and format data. To edit and format data, it is very easy in Excel, because that particular cell where exactly you want to edit the data, so you have to reach up to that particular cell and you can edit, or you can format the data as per a date format, or any particular cell. It gives the option to format. Okay, you can color it, you can give style, you can align the data. That comes under edit or data formatting. Using formulas and functions. Formulas and functions allows you to perform calculations and analyze data in the worksheet. Common calculations including finding sum, average, or total number of values in a list. As you work, Excel checks your formulas or problems and can help you to correct common errors in the formulas. I mean, whenever you are typing the formula, suppose it is wrong, syntax is wrong, then it prompts us the correct syntax for the formula or function which we are using. You can print the worksheet. Whenever you want to take the help of the data which is there in the Excel, you can take the printout and you can refer those printouts for further work. Excel also allows you to adjust the margins and change the font size of the printed data. Create charts and objects. Excel helps you to create colorful charts from the worksheet data and to visualize visual display of the data with the help of charts. You can also add objects such as auto shapes, smart art to enhance the appearance of your worksheet. So many things and so many good features are there of Excel. So that's why it is getting more and more popular in today's world. Now, with this, we'll proceed and we'll see how to start the Excel. Starting the Excel. Now here, Excel is an program, is an application. So how to start? Click on the start button. Whenever you will click on the start button, you will get the screen which is shown on the left hand side, which is written Excel on the top and then recent. There on the right hand side with the gray portion, it is shown a blank worksheet. Okay, blank Excel sheet is shown. You have to click on that, and whenever you will click a new blank worksheet, it is getting open in front of you like this, which is the screen on the right hand side. See on the top. So here it is a title bar, then it is a ribbon, then tabs are there, then the ribbon is there, and below ribbon all the data you can write in different columns, that is rows and columns are given. Okay. Now suppose we want to create the worksheet. How to start typing data in that? Select any particular cell and type the data. Here first cell we have selected. The address of that cell is A1, that is A column and first row. For that, open a blank worksheet. Click on the cell where you want to enter the data. Here we want to enter the data in A1 cell. Type the data. The data you type appears in the active cell and in the formula bar. Active cell means what? The cell which is highlighted. Now here the first cell is highlighted. So whatever I am typing, it will go in that active cell. Press enter key to enter the data and move down one cell. Okay, suppose you will press after typing some word in the first cell. If you are pressing enter key, it goes to the next cell at the next level. Okay, below the earlier cell. Like this, you will get the screen. Now, creating worksheet. Suppose we want to create like this worksheet. How to create? To enter data and move cell in any direction. See, progress report, this we have written. After that, one row we have left blank. In the third row, in the first column, that is A3, I have taken the cursor and there I have written name. Then after that, press enter or press right arrow key to move on right side. Then type English, this column. Then Hindi, maths, science, computer and total. After that, on the next line in the fourth row, Rahul Sharma, and I have entered all the 4 subject marks, 5 subject marks. Total I kept blank. Okay, like this I have to complete the table. So here, to enter data and move cell in any direction, press arrow keys from the keyboard. Up arrow to move the cursor up, means the cell pointer up. Down arrow for moving it down. Left arrow, right arrow. All these arrows you have to make use of to move the cursor, that is cell pointer. Repeat step 2 to 4 until you finish the entire data. So you have to go on typing the data and move the cursor accordingly. Now, after workbook, suppose you have entered the data, you have to save the file. How to save the file? For that, saving a workbook. See, you have to click on the file. See the first screen. In the file tab, you have to click. After clicking on the file tab, like this screen, you will get appear in front of you. Click on save or save as button. Both the options are available, but by default, save as option is getting selected. And in that save as option, you will get the 3 choice: this PC, add a picture and browse. Either you go to this PC or you can browse. You can click on browse. Now next is saving our workbook. We want to continue with this. Whenever you are clicking on save as button, a save as dialog box appears here. See the top screen here, save as dialog box has come. There you have to decide the destination where you want to keep your file. Here we have selected documents as the destination, and here I am typing the file name. In the blue color it is shown, there you have to type the file name. It is progress report. Okay. Now whenever you are typing this file name, it is giving the file name and it is getting stored with the extension XLSX. That is the Excel file. Now what to do? Save as dialog box appears. Click on those areas to navigate the folder in which you want to save the file. Means you have to select the file folder. Type a name for the file. Click on save button. See save button, can you see here down? Which is marked with blue color, blue border. Click on that save button. Excel saves the file and the new file name appears on the title bar. See here in the second screen on the green strip, progress report chapter 3. This file name I have given. So that name is appearing on the top of the screen in the title bar. All of you have to observe this whenever you will do this practical. Now, next is selecting cells. See, now we have learned how to enter data. By moving the arrow keys, we can enter the data. Now we can edit the data, we can format the data. So many things we can do with the data. For this now, selecting cells. To select cells, click on it. It becomes the active cell. Okay. And displays a dark border. Here, in the first row, in the first screen, name cell is selected where the word name is written. So whenever you are selecting any particular cell, that border of that cell is getting highlighted. Can you see here? For name cell, it is highlighted. Now to select a row range. Row range means the row full or from particular destination to particular thing. If you want to select the row. If the full row you want to select, click on the number of the row. See on the right hand, left hand side, row numbers are given 1, 2, 3, 4. Now third row we want to select. Bring your mouse pointer, that arrow, mouse pointer arrow on the third number and click once. The mouse pointer will changes its shapes to the arrow. Whenever you are bringing the mouse pointer on this number 3, it changes its shapes to this arrow pointing towards right. To select multiple rows, place your mouse pointer which is showing arrow over the number of the first row and you want to select. Then drag the mouse pointer down until you highlight all the rows you want to select. Means at a time you can select only one row or you can select multiple rows. How to do that? Bring your cell pointer on the row number first, from where you want to start selecting the rows, and then go on dragging it over the numbers. Suppose 3, 4, 5 you want, then drag it on 3, 4, 5. So all those rows will get selected. Okay. Now with the selected rows, we can do many things. Now selecting cell. In that we are continuing to select the column range. Okay, means the full column suppose we want to select, not row. Single row we have seen. The full column if we want to select. What to do? Select a column range. Click on the letter of the column or column heading you want to select. So whenever you want the column to be selected, take the arrow on the column heading and click the mouse pointer there. So the mouse pointer changes into an arrow and then the full column will get selected. Now next is selecting cells. In that, place the mouse pointer. Suppose here we want to select multiple columns. Okay, multiple cells and multiple columns if you want to select. Place your mouse pointer over the first cell you want to select. Now here in the this mouse pointer changes to the thick plus sign. Drag the mouse pointer and until you highlight all the cells you want to select. Now here first take your mouse pointer on name column. See in the A column, but on name, and from there you want to select up to number 8. So bring that thick plus sign, drag it up to number 8. So it will get selected. To select multiple groups of cells, press and hold down the control key from the keyboard. As you repeat step 1 and 2 for each group of cells you want to select. Now here, see, multiple cells we have selected from name column. Now multiple cells from maths column we want to select. So what you have to do, I just now read. You have to press, after selecting first column few cells, press Ctrl key and keep it pressed. Hold it. Then move the mouse pointer on the another column, that is here maths suppose. And from maths this word up to next three values we want to select. Bring the mouse pointer, drag the mouse pointer, that is that thick plus sign, and then leave the finger. These cells will get selected. Same way for average, maximum, minimum, like this. Now, this we have seen how to select a single cell, a row, a column, and multiple cells if we want to select at one time. That also we have seen. Now we'll see editing data in the worksheet. Editing means what? Making changes in the data. How to make change in that data? For doing this, you have to take your cell pointer to that particular cell where you want to edit the data, where you want to change the data. And there, suppose the alphabet means the font you want to change, highlight the data and go to font and change the font. Suppose you want to decrease the font size, that also you can do. You can give color to it, okay, or you can insert new values in that, or you can delete the data. Whatever you want, you can do with that data. For that, now we'll read the instructions. In Excel, editing means the process of making changes to any data or cell in the worksheet. Steps to edit the data. Double-click the cell containing the data you want to edit. A flashing insertion point appears in the cell. Press the arrow keys from the keyboard to move the insertion point from where you want to remove or add the characters. Means you can add the characters or you can remove the characters from that particular cell. To remove the character to the left of the flashing insertion point, press backspace key. To add the data where the insertion point flashes on the screen, type the data. When you finish making changes to the data, press enter key. Means it will go to the next cell, either on the left side or right side, or it will go to the next line. Editing data is very simple in the worksheet. Okay. Now, next is deleting data. Suppose we want to delete something which we don't want after that. Now here you can delete the data from the single cell or from several cells at once. Selecting the cell containing the data you want to delete. Suppose here the 8th row contains we want to delete. Okay. So for that we have to bring our mouse pointer. How to select that we have learned. Bring your mouse pointer on number 8 and simply that arrow changes into a right hand side arrow. Right side arrow. So whenever it turns to right side arrow, click once so that full row will get selected, and then press the delete key from the keyboard to delete that particular row. The data in the cell that you have selected disappears. Okay, the data values are getting disappear. To deselect cells on To deselect cells, click on any other cell. If you have done this and you want to deselect it, click on any other cell. Okay, so the selection will go. Now undo changes. Suppose you have done some changes and afterwards you found that those changes, oh, by mistake I have done those changes. I don't want to do those changes. There is a facility to undo the changes. Undo button is there on the tab in the quick access toolbar. So you can make use of that button. Excel remembers that the last changes you made to the worksheet. Okay, last 3-4 occurrences of changes it remembers. If you do not want to make these changes, you can cancel them using the undo feature. Click on the undo button to undo the last change you have made to the worksheet. Excel cancels the last change you made to the worksheet. Here suppose I want to delete something, I have deleted it. Okay, by clicking undo, I can retrieve the data, I can get back the data because the delete option which I have given, I am telling computer not to do that. Okay, this we'll see in the next slide. See, undo changes. You can repeat step 1 to cancel previous changes that you have made. To reverse the result of using the undo feature, click on redo button. Means what? Suppose I have deleted everything and afterwards I thought no, I don't have to do that. I'm I am retrieving the data, but again I found that no, earlier whatever I have done I have to do. So that repeat action means it will delete the data. Okay, that is redo button. Understood? Whatever it is done, do it again. That is redo button. Undo and redo buttons are there. Just now here also it is shown undo and redo buttons. These are there in the quick access toolbar. Moving and copying data. In Excel, you can use the cut, copy and paste commands to copy or move the data and share the data between the other MS Office programs. Okay, like in Word you can put the data, in Excel another file you can put the data, in the PowerPoint presentation you can put the data, move the data, or you can just simply copy and paste the data. All of you know, I think no need to show what is copy and paste. I think all of you know what is cut, copy, paste commands and where it is located. It is in the home tab, clipboard group. Moving data allows you to reorganize data in your worksheet. When you move the data disappears from its original location. Correct? Copying data allows you to repeat data in your worksheet without having to retype the data. When you copy the data appears in both the original and the new locations. Means cut procedure, it gets moved from one location to new location, means older location to new location. Whereas in copy, the original data remains as it is and one more new copy of the data is getting prepared. How to do that? Select the cell or cells containing data you want to move or copy. Click on the Home tab. Click on the new following buttons, one of the following buttons from the toolbar. That is, if you want to move the text, you have to click on cut option. Cut option is shown with the help of a Caesar picture. And whereas if you want to copy the data, two files, their edges are folded on the right hand side is shown. Means you are copying the data. Means you are making one more copy of that data. The data will be copied and moved according to your selection in step 3. Whatever step you will select, it will do accordingly. Click on the cell where you want to paste the data. After copying or cutting, you have to paste the data. For that, from any cell, suppose the data is in column C, column B, and below that you want to put some copied data. So bring your mouse pointer on that. Click on paste option. Again, paste option is there in the uh, clipboard home tab, clipboard group, or you can use shortcut keys for that. Paste button to place data in the new location. Data appears in the new location. Whatever is pasted, it will get appear. Changing column width and row width also indirectly we will see. Now here you may want to adjust the width of the column for accommodating the data properly. Now here see name column is not that big that name can be getting flashed properly. Some alphabets from the surname is getting disappear. Why this happens? Because the row uh, width, this column width we have not changed. How to change that? By default, yeah, you may want to change. This is especially useful if data displayed in the cell is too broad or to be completely viewed within the standard uh, columns width. The default width of a cell is 8.43 measured in characters. Okay. To change the width of the column, place mouse over the right edge of the column heading. Drag uh, the mouse pointer changes to a different shape, which is having one standing bar, having the arrow across it, having two sides arrow. There it is shown here in the, on the screen, see, and hold the mouse button and drag it on the left hand side to decrease the column width or to increase the column width. Move it on the right hand side. The column will display the new width. Okay, after doing this, drag the column edge until the graph display line. Okay. You can also change the height of the rows. By default, the row height is 15 measured in points. For making changes in the row height, see row numbers. Can you see 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4? All these are row numbers. Bring the mouse pointer for which you want to increase the line, increase the space for the row and just simply drag it down. Okay, the pointer will change its shapes to the shape which is shown here, and simply you press it, keep it hold, and then drag the mouse pointer down to increase the row height. Okay, with this we have come to an end of the video. In this video, so many things we have learned. We have learned what is basically what is Excel and what is workbook, what are the different worksheets. We saw uses of worksheet and then features of worksheet and then actually how to draw, not draw, how to write information in Excel file that we have learned, and then with that in that we have learned how to select a cell, select a row, select a column, many rows, many columns at one time. selecting in a group. Okay, then we saw uh, how to write information in Excel sheet, how to move or how to edit the data in Excel sheet, and then after that we have learned that how to edit the data, delete the data, and then copy, move, that is cut, copy, paste options we have seen, and then how to change the column width and the row height for the Excel sheet. In the remaining part of this video, that is next video, we are going to cover many more points like formatting worksheets, centering data across columns, then changing the alignment of the data, changing the color of the data, then how to add graphs, adding conditional formatting, and so many things. If possible, we are going to cover all those features. So by then we have come to an end of this video. All of you go through this video properly. Whenever live session is there, if you have any doubt, try to ask the questions. I'll try to solve your questions. Okay, I'll try to give the answers for your questions. Okay, now we are going to stop here. So by then, take care, be safe, stay at home. Okay, bye then, see you.